Hello, my name is Matt Hodson, and I'm going to show you how to make Rejuvelac. Rejuvelac was first popularized by a woman named Ann Wigmore. That would be this woman right here. Ann Wigmore was one of the pioneers in the raw and living foods movement. She was doing raw foods back in the 60s, and very important person in the world of raw food and the world of health food in general. This is one of her books, Recipes for Longer Life. It's over 30 years old, and there is a recipe for Rejuvelac in here, among many other great recipes. I really like older raw food books. There's just something about them, just something about older raw food books that interests me. I just think it's awesome that people were doing this 30, 40 years ago. Anyway, let's get started. You want to make sure to use soft white wheat for Rejuvelac. As far as Ann Wigmore was concerned, hard red winter wheat is more for wheatgrass, and the soft white wheat she used more for Rejuvelac. Now, Rejuvelac is just a drink made from sprouted grains. You can use other grains if you want, but her original recipe for Rejuvelac used soft white wheat, so that's what I'm going to use. I want to be as close to the original as possible. So you can use any size jar. I'm going to use half a gallon jar just because this is my sprouting jar. 1 gallon would work great, just double the recipe. The first thing we're going to do is put half a cup of the soft white wheat into this half gallon jar. In goes half a cup of soft white wheat berries. You can use a little bit more if you want. There's no exact precise amount. A little more is fine. I'm using a funnel just so it doesn't make a mess. And then we're simply just going to fill the jar up with water to soak the wheat berries. You don't got to fill it up all the way, just enough to cover the wheat berries. And we're just going to let that soak for 8 to 10 hours, or even 12 hours is fine. Basically overnight. I'm going to go ahead and put the middle mess screen on and set it over there. And in the morning I will do the next step, which is rinsing it. And there is the soaked wheat berries. Now the next step is to drain the water. Just pour it in your sink. And what we want to do is get some warm water going and just rinse them. Just rinse them and drain them. Basically just trying to clean the wheat berries off. Just shake all the water off. And then what I do is I put paper towel down and then take the jar and place it at an angle, and then we're just going to let the wheat berries sprout. So what I'm probably going to do is just rinse them in the morning, then after work rinse them, and then maybe once before bed rinse them. But you want to make sure to rinse them a few times a day. They need to stay moist, and we're going to do this probably for 2 days until a little tail sprouts on the end. I rinsed the wheat berries a couple times for the past couple days, and as you can see, there's little tails on the end of the wheat berries, so that means they have sprouted. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and go ahead and use some spring water and fill the jar up. And that should be good. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the corner over here. And now I'm just going to let them sit there for about 2 days, and then we will have Rejuvelac. Alright guys, it's about 2 days later. The water has been fermenting for about 48 hours. And the Rejuvelac is done. That is Rejuvelac right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pour that into a gallon glass jar with one hand if I can. And then make another half gallon. You can actually fill it up again and let it ferment for 24 hours this time, and you'll have another batch of Rejuvelac. And you can actually do it a third time also. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my fridge to stop it from fermenting so fast while the other batch is fermenting. So that's how you make Rejuvelac. I went ahead and put some in here so I can taste it. It's supposed to taste like tart lemonade. Yep, that's good Rejuvelac. You can drink that like it is. You can use it as a starter or another fermented food. You can use it in blended food, all kinds of things. It's really good for your digestion, and it's overall just really good for you. I know the Ann Wigmore Institute now makes Rejuvelac with cabbage. I'm not sure why. I think they might do that just to make sure there's no like wheat intolerance issues, but just to be safe, you know, if you have a little allergy to wheat or whatever, you might want to see how it, just like do a little bit and see how it makes you feel. But yeah, Rejuvelac is awesome. It's really good for you, and I'm gonna start drinking it a lot. So it's 2 days later. I went ahead and made 2 more batches, which both only took 24 hours apiece. And now, as Ann Wigmore often did, I can throw the wheat berries to the birds. Alrighty then, off to the birds they go. So that's it. That's all there is to making Rejuvelac. You just soak the wheat berries 8 to 12 hours, let them sprout for 2 days, pour the water in the jar. First batch takes 48 hours, second batch takes 24, third batch takes 24. Throw the wheat berries to the birds. You can store the Rejuvelac in the fridge. It should last a few days in there. And while you're drinking that, you can be making more. And you can use a gallon glass jar if you want, a 2-gallon glass jar, it doesn't matter. I just use that as a demonstration. But I wanted to record this video because I'm probably going to record other Ann Wigmore recipe videos, and she used Rejuvelac in a lot of recipes, so I can refer people back to here, to this video, and that's about it. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time.